What's up, you guys? Welcome back into iHeartRadio's official wrestling podcast, the Battleground podcast. And as you know, WrestleMania season is officially heating up. And if you haven't already bought your tickets yet, they make good stocking stuff for single-day tickets on sale right now. And if you want to be there for the shocks, the surprise, the pyro, the chaos, and the moments that define careers, now's the time to grab your seats, Ticketmaster.com. And speaking of career-defining moments, today we're joined by the woman who just flipped the WWE Universe upside down, the brand new WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, the once underdog turned undeniable superstar, Maxxine Dupri joins the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I love that intro. Like I fear I need to hold on to this forever. I cannot.
I think you're in good hands, especially after watching that video of you training with Natty, which we'll talk about later in the show. First of all, let's go ahead and give you your flowers. Congratulations on winning that NXT championship, the Intercontinental Championship. And of course, you shocked a lot of people. You beat Becky Lynch at one of the most historic venues in the world, Madison Square Garden, to win that IC Women's Championship. When that 3 count hit, what was the first thing running through your mind? And do you feel like that moment completely rewrote the story of your career?
Oh my gosh. First of all, I shocked myself with the majority, shocked to my core. When that 3 count hit, I can't explain it to you because I've never felt this in a match until that moment. The literal roar of the crowd electrocuted my body. I was like, this is an out of body experience. I don't know how I felt like I was swimming upstream for so long, and then I blinked and I just beat Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. That's how it felt in that moment. It was electric, insane, 1000% changed the trajectory of my life with this right here. Everything. I feel like everything flipped upside down in the best way possible.
And it was one of those great moments because we were sitting there watching it and watching just you roll out of the ring. Everybody's excited. I don't even think you had the title belt in your hand when you rolled out of the ring just yet. So it was like, oh my God, it happened. She beat Becky Lynch. And here we are, the Intercontinental Champion. You beat Becky Lynch. Now, I do want to talk about this because we've seen your career grow in WWE. You started out in a totally different lane, from Maximum Male Models to Alpha Academy, and now you're holding championship gold. When you look back on that whole journey, how does that evolution feel to you?
Oh my gosh. It's weird because it feels incredible and awful at the same time. I think back to those moments that I wish I could erase, but at the same time, I feel like those are the moments that created who Maxxine is. And without failing, I don't know that I would have been in this position. So in a weird way, I'm grateful for how green I was and for being thrown in the deep end. And even for the times that I failed and felt like I was never going to see the other side of it, or never show the fans how much I cared and how much I wanted to grow and how much work I was putting in. So to be able to have the opportunity to show them that was so awesome. But then to also show myself, no, I'm capable. And I'm capable of growing and putting in the work and seeing the changes and taking an opportunity and making the most of it. And because of that, we're finally here.
Right, exactly. And, a lot of fans are kind of curious because I want to go back to that for a second for the beginning. Do you ever think there's a chance that maybe you and LA Knight might revisit that Dupri family history on TV?
Listen, if he doesn't start acknowledging his sister, we're going to have some major beef, okay? Like I said, I had a title match. This is someone who is truly one of the greats. And he did not help me prep. He did not send his sister a good luck text. And maybe now he should text me for some advice. And I will offer him some. But our mom misses him. We miss him at the family reunions. Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for him to welcome me back with open arms. I understand for a while why he didn't want to be associated. But I feel like I've proven myself. And I feel like he should welcome back his little sister.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that would be a fun little family reunion on TV that we could all see. Of course, WrestleMania tickets are on sale, single day, double day, Ticketmaster.com. You mentioned LA Knight being one of the greats, but when you think of one of the greats when it comes to female wrestling, obviously it's Natalya. And you've been putting in some serious work with her recently. What is something that she's taught you, maybe in the ring, maybe behind the scenes, that's really kind of changed the way that you approach wrestling?
She has completely shifted my aggression and my in-between moments. And I think that those are the things that takes, a wrestling match from being like, okay, that was good, to being like, wow, I feel so connected to what's happening in that ring. And she does such a good job of fine-tuning and showing you exactly what you need to change. And sometimes that means she's slapping you across the face, or she's on top of you, beating you up, and showing you exactly the level of intent that you need to have. And she has hands down changed the way that I work in the ring by blessing me with her knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you mentioned the whole thing of like her showing you what to do, and we saw that vignette. Pretty intense. What we saw in that vignette. Fans definitely felt the shift of Natty and Maxxine Dupri in that. Yeah. Should we take this as a sign of how you plan to carry yourself as a champion going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing. Like I said, I'm grateful for everything that I did to get here. But I'm not messing around. If I want to stay in this position, then I have to continue to elevate legit every single day. Like, this is the first step of a new journey, and a new type of respect that I want to earn, not only from the WWE universe, but from the locker room. And as we saw last week on Raw, it's like I have Ivy and Roxanne and everyone calling Pierce wanting a match with me, thinking that they can just, easily become the women's Intercontinental Champion. And I'm okay with people doubting me because that's how I got here. But when I step in that ring, I want to be a killer.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're definitely excited to see what's going to happen, especially watching that vignette between you and Natty. And I was like, whoa, this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out and handles in the ring for sure. And, one thing the WWE has been really good at is putting more spotlight on titles like the one you have with the Women's Intercontinental Championship, of course, Chelsea Green's U.S. title. Do you feel like this belt, your belt in particular, is helping elevate rising stars in the women's division? And what do you want when it's all said and done? What do you want your reign to represent while you're holding that title?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and here's the thing, Becky Lynch is a lot of things that I don't like. But what I will tell it, look, it gave me a thumbs down because it knows. It heard But she took this title and she made it big time. And my goal is to continue to do the exact same thing. I'm very, very grateful for my relationship with Chelsea because I have seen her take every single opportunity, title, match, anything, and make it a WrestleMania moment for herself. So that is what I've been trying to do from the second that 1, 2, 3 hit, is make this title mean everything. And I think what I want this reign to look like is continued growth. I still know that I have a lot to do, but the time I have my 10th title defense, I want to be such a killer that you couldn't imagine that I would get pinned, right? Because right now we're still in a place where it feels like Ivy Nile has beaten me 1,000,005 times, it feels like, because we've worked so much. So that's scary to go in there and face someone that knows how to beat me, which is why I have to be in the dungeon with Natty, learning new skills, learning new reversals, learning new things that I can do to make sure that I come out on top.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And we're definitely excited to see this title reign last for a very long time. I say that we're going to see this title reign continue into WrestleMania 42, which, by the way, again, single-day tickets, double-day tickets, they're on sale, Ticketmaster.com. Now, the thing that we have loved to watch from start to finish is your rise. It's been very fast. It's unpredictable. And let's be completely honest, it's really inspiring to see your rise in WWE. But of course, obviously, that came with a lot of early criticism, and you talk about you being green and your in-ring ability. How did dealing with all of that shape you both as a performer as well as a person now standing in the spotlight?
It was hard. It was challenging. I don't want to lie about that. It was one of those things where I feel like when I first started, I had a lot of support and I was like so excited. And then I think I put a lot of value in that, right? And then I was learning on the road and I was making mistakes and I was doing things that like I wasn't proud of. I was coming back like, oh, like why did I just perform that way? Why did I fall short? And I was very, very defeated. But it's like I have one of two options. I could quit and leave defeated and whatever, move on. Or I could put my head down and work hard so that the next time I get an opportunity, I can prove to them that I am capable, reliable, willing to learn, and able to perform in a ring toe-to-toe with Becky Lynch. And that's what I chose to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I mean, not many people can say they can, take the title away from the man, the double champ, the person of
Everything.
basically when she's done a first ballot Hall of Famer,
Yep.
when she goes in, and you accomplish that, especially in Madison Square Garden, the most historic
Like,
venue in the
come on.
world. It was incredible. As we're getting close towards the end of the interview, because I know as a champion, your time is very precious. You got other things to do besides talking with me all day. If there is an opportunity for you, because you see WWE working with AAA and TNA and all these other promotions, as a fighting champion, you're not going to hold back from anybody. Is there anybody in particular out there, maybe on the NXT roster or AAA or TNA, that you would like to step in the ring toe-to-toe and you defend that title against?
I would love to face Tatum Paxley in NXT. I think we actually got signed together in Las Vegas. We came up together, had different paths. I've seen how hard she has worked for her moment. We saw her get to have her moment for a second there and shine with that NXT championship. And I would love to go toe-to-toe with her. I know that it would be extremely challenging. She's insanely athletic, very talented. And she's someone I would love to face, but I also would love to go to TNA. We have Xia Li, who is the new champion. We have Indy Hartwell, who I adore. There's so much talent there that I would just love to go over there and dip my toe in the pool of possibility.
I mean, there's a possibility that Maxxine Dupri could become a double champ, the IC champion and the TNA knockout champion. I mean, we're just throwing it out there in the universe. That's all.
I do follow closely in Chelsea Green's footsteps. Okay. That's what I like to do. So that might be what's next for me.
That would be a fun sight for all of us fans here for sure. Last question before we let you go. If we were to look at your music playlist right now, we kind of scroll through it. What is that one song that's going to make us stop and say, didn't think this would be on her playlist today?
Oh my gosh. The thing is that we always joke in my household that I don't listen to music, but I do. When I drive, I typically drive in silence, which I know is, I know that's a red flag. But if I'm not driving in silence, it's a lot of Megan Thee Stallion, a lot of Glorilla, a lot of Megan Maroney. I love country.
Yep.
A lot of Ella Langley, a lot of Tate McRae, Sabrina Carpenter. I am a little bit of a Swiftie, I love an OG Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything though that you would be like, I mean, it's already all a little random.
I love it. It's all over the place, but it's good all over the place for sure. Maxxine, it's an honor and a privilege to have you here on the show. Before we let you go, is there anything that you want to say to the fans that are either watching or listening to this right now?
Yeah, thank you guys for your continued support. I am the proudest WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, and I cannot wait to keep making you all proud. What you saw last night in the dungeon is just a little glimpse of what's to come. And make sure you get those WrestleMania individual tickets. However, I do kind of feel like you might want both nights. I don't know. You just never know what's going to happen. But if you have options, and let's keep our fingers crossed that I can walk into WrestleMania with this bad boy on my shoulder.